Hello. It's clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
Things already rolling. That has ended up in no man's land. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Conte. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I think it's hard to ignore this guy, Mike Maignan, Peter. You don't normally pick a goalkeeper as a potential match winner, but I think his consistency has to allow him an exception, because I think he's just very solid in all aspects of his game, and he has a great relationship with this defence.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Doué, Dembele, and he shoots! Valverde. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
This is a promising build-up. Real chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Tchouaméni. Madrid still without a single shot on target. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's intervened well there. Well, we expected better, and so did he. But that has not gone well. And the counter is on. Doué. He won't be happy with that one. Bellingham going forward. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Nice interception, well timed. Just eases him off the ball. Olise. Shot, surely! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Tchouaméni plays it short. France. Oh, nicely intercepted. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that has been slung wide. Olise. Backward it goes.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Bellingham threads one in. Great vision. Bellingham receives it in a good position here. Bellingham cuts across, and the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Rudiger. Bellingham. And it's Bellingham. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Valverde. He's being urged to shoot. It's a good spell of possession, this.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Vinicius Junior! Valverde, he's going for goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
Valverde clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Alexander-Arnold with the short one. And now they can spring out of defence. Carreras calmly anticipates. Conte. And Hernandez. Oh, good-looking ball.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And here's Bellingham. Bellingham.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
And he cuts out the supply. Not the most accurate pass. And he's worked it through. And this is Dembele. And this is Dembele. Dembele! Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So there was the first half.
What a pleasant surprise to see how open this game is turning into. Just wondering if the two teams are going to keep doing what we've seen in the first half. I hope that a cautious aspect doesn't kick in.
He's having a hit! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
That's good running with the ball. Now it's Mbappe. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. No, that's been intercepted. Alexander-Arnold. Rodrigo. Can he get it through? Rodrigo wants to run onto this.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Stood up well to him there. No way through. And this is Dembele. And he plays one through. Chance! They've scored!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game. But that sort of dynamism, superb.
One sweeping move. Just the keeper in his way. Takes a shot! And that's in. And there's the goal they've been looking for. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper
shapes to shoot! Superb from Valverde! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Olise. And the finish! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Olise, Doué, Olise, and the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So, third corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Great defending, strong and determined. France get their fourth corner. Tchouaméni goes short. Now it's Tchouaméni. Well, that pass isn't the best. Madrid are looking to go forward now. France are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Tchouaméni, Saliba does really well to win the ball there. Well read, nice interception. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
France clearly should have gone for the easier pass.
And a chance! And that's a tidy finish. And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Mbappe demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Go! Terrific save by Maignan! And it's Tchouaméni. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Carreras. Valverde. Bellingham. Bout of passing here. And the shot!
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Oh, sweet feet. Can he get on the end of this? A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Quality ball. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
The pass has gone astray. Now it's Mbappe. Little pass back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
3 minutos de descuento.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And it's Valverde. Doué. Nicely worked. Doué. Olise. He's had a shot! He lifts the roof! Oh, that has got to be it! And that is that. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the moment... Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
And the mood is boisterous, it is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutral. A header! Marvellous goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Madrid are already chasing the game. They did. Vinicius Junior! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Vinicius Junior with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength, the sort of desire we hope will spread.
Now it's Mbappe. Picked out brilliantly. Vinicius Junior finds himself offside. Now it's Dembele. And it's Dembele. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Tchouaméni. Vinicius Junior is in a really good position out wide. He has found the way through. Vinicius Junior! And that would have been some goal.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
And we have our very first corner. Alexander-Arnold plays it short. Opts to play. Chance! France leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Dembele is flagged offside. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Hernandez. Hernandez making good progress. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, sweet feet. Eder Militao did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was... Shoots! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Doué. And it's Tchouaméni. Played into space. Well read, nice interception. Threads one in. Can he get it through? Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Saliba. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Olise. Olise will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That is a great pick out. And he's managed to get free.
Mbappe clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough?
There's the shot! Tchouaméni. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Valverde. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over. Doué. Conte. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Good ball, good take. Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? Tchouaméni. Ambitious ball here. Valverde is wide and looking to get onto this. And it's Valverde. Carreras. Crossed into the box.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Now it's Rodrigo. Bellingham. Tchouaméni. Dembele. Mbappe. He's having a pop! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do.
Alexander-Arnold goes short. Shot goes for a shot! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. Now it's Dembele. Now it's Doué. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Mbappe. Valverde. Backward it goes.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Nicely weighted ball. And he's worked it through. He's in one-on-one.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
And the shot! And it's in! And this is getting better and better. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment. And the referee says that is that for the first half.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
France looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. Back. Decent chance! Bellingham! That is brilliant! A finish right from the top draw. Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty. Big chance! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world. Alexander-Arnold. Looking to play him in. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Defending of the desperate variety. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Alexander-Arnold. He's picked his way through. Great ball, and he's in here. Valverde. Tchouaméni. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Knocks it out wide. And Carreras. Tchouaméni. This is a promising build-up. Looking for the run. Valverde. Bellingham unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's a lovely, neat pass. That has been slung wide. Oh, well measured.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Saliba.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And it's Conte. He's shifted it to the flank, tries to pass it through, and he's picked out the run. Valverde. And a chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
A tidy finish. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
He's had it taken off him. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Olise, upright and purposeful. France have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Tchouaméni. Half an hour gone in the second half. Oh, great defending, that needed doing.
France really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
That's an imaginative pass. Alexander-Arnold. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Mbappe. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Great vision. Real chance! Tchouaméni clears it away. And the shot! Another one of football's and how moments.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
They've played it short. Now it's Tchouaméni. And he's straight offside. The final 5 minutes. Now it's Valverde. And he cuts out the supply.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
He's having a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And here's Vinicius Junior. And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And here's Rodrigo. Drives it in.
That's good defensive concentration.
Desperate defending required here. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. Alexander-Arnold plays it in. Upamecano. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time. Well, still no winner, Jim.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
Well, no winner after 90 minutes. Another 30 minutes, hopefully, to make a difference. And the action has already restarted. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Koundé kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Dembele. And here's Rodrigo. Shot a goal! And how did... Dembele is herring after that one. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, that's well spotted. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he shoots! Oh, he's done it! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
So
11
changes afoot here,
será
and from
sustituido
both
por
sides.
El dorsal 15.
Madrid
Se va
with
a
the
producir
lead.
un cambio de jugadores.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Tries to play it through. Can he latch on to this? Now that's well seen too. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Tchouameni, that has not gone well. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Kolomuani.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And it's Hernandez. And here's Kolomuani. He's found a way through. So just 15 minutes still to come. So the very last of the action is still to come. Two teams separated here by the smallest of margins. Fingernails well bitten everywhere. The hostilities have already resumed. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it. And now for the final act. Mbappe, Doué, a lot of space. Shot, surely! And he hits the net. What remarkable powers of recovery.
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh no, that could be a costly miss. Pass somewhat off target. He is through here. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Olise is behind this one.
Well, I think the technical challenge is doable. This could depend on the amount of power.
Olise! Chance for a shot! And no! He had to, and yet he could not. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Ah, that's a fine interception. Now it's Mbappe.
This is the time you need that pace.
Mbappe! Can he finish? And it's come back out to him. Oh, wow, that's crazy! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
Madrid look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserved this, but has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
And that will be the final act. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Pete.
Bellingham! That was superb goalkeeping.
Bellingham actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Conte, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Spread it left. And he's being shifted off it. Doué. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And here's Mbappe, and he's got away from him. No foul, says the referee. Ambitious ball here. Pass somewhat off target. Hernandez chooses to go crossfield. Now it's Dembele. France are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Tchouaméni. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he should have made them pay.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Tries to play it through. Nicely weighted ball. Real chance! They've scored! And there is your opener. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
The first breakthrough.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And here's Mbappe. Olise. That is lovely. Chance for a shot! And it's in! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Mbappe, he's through on goal here. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Madrid clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Dembele. Olise. Tchouaméni. For Valverde. Good ball, good take. And it's Tchouaméni. Now it's Mbappe.
Madrid always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Stood up well to him there. Now then, the ball's come loose. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Oh, they can break here. He's found space here. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Rodrigo. What has happened here? Rudiger did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Rodrigo, and he shoots! Doué. The final seconds now. Olise looking understandably energised after his goal. That's the end of the first 45. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
France are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Doué! Goal! France! And the comeback is complete!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and...
Good chance here! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Now it's Mbappe. Some intricate passing, looking to progress. He's had a shot! Well, now it's fallen kindly here, and no mistake. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Some heroic goalkeeping. Mbappe! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh no, this does not look good. Dembele's and a header! And that was very necessary. Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Well, that's well seen too. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Bellingham. This is a promising build-up. Valverde. He won't be happy with that one. Olise. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Tchouaméni. Now it's Olise. Olise will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Plays a sharp little ball here. He's picked his way through, and the shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Tchouaméni with the short one. Oh, nice touch. And he's cut it out. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Olise. That is Kanté. And Hernandez. And he was quick to react. And the counter is on. Olise.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
France are looking to break at pace. Half an hour gone in the second half. Plays it in low. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And he's done very well to take that back. Over to the right flank. Alexander-Arnold gets flagged offside.
Madrid really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And it's Doué. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Valverde going forward. Hernandez wins the duel this time. Tchouaméni. Oh, it's Dembele, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Good read, needed to be. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
France clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Oh, that's fabulous.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
No, that pass has been well intercepted. And here's Dembele. Tchouaméni. Rodrigo. And he's only too happy to take that back.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Olise. Well read, and the danger is averted. Valverde. Oh, that's well spotted. Now it's Mbappe. Vinicius Junior. This looks promising. In it comes. So that means another 30 minutes football. Well, still no winner, Jim.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra-time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So a brief break, and then we will be back for more. Well, we are already up and running again. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, it's Dembele. Tchouaméni played into space. That's good vision. And this is Dembele. It's Dembele! And how did he not put that away?
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. And this is Kante. And he's managed to get... And the finish! And now they can clear their lines. And now they can spring out of defence. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Good ball over the top. And that has been cleared.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Great vision. And he's there to belt it away. Well, they've got it again. Aimed beyond the defence. Valverde. Passes short and sharp. Doué. So there's the whistle, and we will have a brief break. Well, nobody wants to settle for this, of course, but everyone is running nigh on empty. Is there going to be a moment to win it?
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 11.
And so the last chance to find a winner.
El dorsal 22.
This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have
El
left?
dorsal 15, el dorsal 6, el dorsal 24.
Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. And it's Tchouaméni. Valverde. Mbappe. That's a good ball out wide.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Looking for the run. Shot could be on.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Goulet. And it's Camavinga. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch...
Mastantuono! Incredible! Just incredible! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shifting.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Madrid have their lead.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Pinches it off him. And there goes the final whistle. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
So we're very much on the way now. Vinicius Junior! It's bounced back off the post. Bellingham. And that is expertly dealt with. Oh, there's a probing ball. Looking for the run. Valverde. Hernandez kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That has been slung wide. Olise! Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter.
And a chance! Goal!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
France are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. That looks a good ball through. Dembele! Bellingham.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. Neatly clipped into space. Mbappe gets into a good position. Nice control. Doué! Valverde. That is good alertness. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now that looks a decent ball. Well read, nice interception. Madrid have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Dembele, this looks promising. Carreras. Could be danger here. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Doué. Conte. Valverde gets a foot in here. Well timed, excellent interception. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Tchouaméni, Bellingham. Doué. And it's Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Olise. Olise going face-to-face with his great rival. And that's going wide left. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Mbappe. Koundé. Doué. Now it's Dembele.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now. France truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
For Conte. And here's Doué. Oh, it's Dembele. It's Dembele! Oh, it's hit the post! Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It's come to nothing. Hernandez. Mbappe chasing after it. Now it's Olise. That is Conte. Great ball, and he's in here. Tchouaméni. Valverde. Koundé cuts out the pass. He's going to be disappointed with that. Tchouaméni powering forward here. Doué. That is a brilliant interception. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And so the action is resumed.
France can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 2 then. France have the chance to go the other way. That's good play. And they're back on the ball again. And he's really put himself on the line here. Corner number 3 coming up. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. France are looking to go forward now. Tchouaméni. Koundé gets over and intercepts. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Carreras. And here's Vinicius Junior. And here's Vinicius Junior. Saliba deals with that comfortably. Valverde. 60 minutes played. Oh, good-looking ball. Dembele might just make this. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Doué. Aimed beyond the defence. That's a risky ball, you've got to say.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Koundé does really well to win the ball there. No way through there. Oh, good read. Oh, he's found support out wide. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
It's gone for a throw-in. Looking to play him in. Mbappe picks it up out wide. Valverde. That's a little off target. Looking for options for movement. An instinctive delivery. And that's the keeper's ball. Hernandez. Oh, it's Dembele. Now, can they get him away? Chance for a shot!
France really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Bellingham tries to pass it through. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Tchouaméni, Olise is onto it in a flash. That has ended up in no man's land. Madrid disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Olise. Olise! It's in! France are back on level terms. You don't keep those out. He knew. He just knew.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Oh, what's he done?
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 6, el dorsal 30, el dorsal 15.
Saliba lays it forward.
24. Cambio de jugador.
Just 5 minutes remaining now.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Takes a shot! All hands on deck for this one. Alexander-Arnold goes short. Nice sequence of passes, this. And now a sudden chance to counter. A probing pass.
Habrá 2
Think
minutos
through.
de descuento.
Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
They've played it short. That's very neat. And it's Tchouaméni. And that's been intercepted. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Zaire Emery. Valverde. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time. So, that was the second half.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
So here we go then, extra time is coming up. And if you're just back, the action is back underway already. France did fantastically well to force extra time, having been on the brink of defeat in normal time. In fact, you could say they're the better off of the two teams, at least psychologically. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Goulet. Alexander-Arnold picks it up out wide. Cross deflected behind for a corner. They're up to 5 corners now. Alexander-Arnold plays it short. Valverde. Oh, well played, well played. France have the chance to go the other way. Knocks it into space. Great vision. Arda Güler. Madrid with another corner. The corner count is rising. That's 6. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Alexander-Arnold, towering header! He will be livid with himself. Oh, can he get onto this? Camavinga wins the duel this time. Zaire Emery. Now it's Olise. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Camavinga, and he's managed to get free, and he's in on goal. Oh, good effort! Oh, wow, that's crazy! Oh, that has got to be it! And we're halfway through extra time. So the very last of the action is still to come. Two teams separated here by the smallest of margins. Fingernails well bitten everywhere.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it. And the shot! And that's in! And this is getting better and better. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Zaire Emery. Oh, this shot, surely! It's a goal! That sets up an enthralling finish! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Just 1 in it now.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Marcola running with the ball. And he's going to have his name taken. And it's Zaire Emery. And here's Barcola.
Barcola really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Koundé. Conte. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Goes for a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Barcola clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
That's a super give and go. Now that's a lovely... Tries a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
That pass isn't the best. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Could move up a gear here. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Valverde has been given his marching orders. He had already... And that will be it. France were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Effort unrewarded. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone, the excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
There's the whistle. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, the explosive Ousmane Dembele is a very interesting player. Praised by many for his game-changing qualities. His showboating and confidence has won him a lot of admirers, and he can be a real force if he can add consistency to all of that talent.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Vinicius Junior goes for a shot! Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
France are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And it's Doué. Valverde. Rodrigo. Mbappe! That's a risky ball, you've got to say. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Oh, it's come loose. This might spell danger. Oh, shooting chance! And for a moment, time stood still. Madrid with the corner, they're first. And he's there to clear it. France are looking to go forward now. Conte. Mbappe. Tries to play it through. Oh, that's a key interception. It's a searching pass.
France really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on...
Decent chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Madrid have their second corner now. They've played it short. France have the chance to go the other way. Saliba, Tchouaméni. Chance! And that's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
It's starting to shoot!
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Great vision.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Koundé is herring after that one. Doué. Right, Doué. Yep, it's a corner. Tchouaméni goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. Played back. Great defending, strong and determined. Looking for options for movement. He's going for goal! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And here's Mbappe. Lovely, now then. Rodrigo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Olise. Olise going face to face with his great rival. Nicely weighted ball. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. That is a great pick out. Olise. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's Mbappe. Conte. Can he get on the end of this? Big chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. And that is well cleared. It's a good run he's making out on the left. He's in a great position here. Threads one in. That's been cut out, well played. And that is the end of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, you have to ask questions how this has stayed 1-1, Peter. I do think, though, that the way spaces have been found in key areas with relative ease will be a real concern, something that needs addressing and fast.
So So 45 shapes to shoot! Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Carreras. He's going to be disappointed with that. It's not an especially good pass, that. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, now he can run away with it. Madrid needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now it's Mbappe. Pass is just off target. Spread it left. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's definitely onside. Now it's Doué. No way through, so back it comes. Well, that is one way to stop him. No foul, says the referee. Valverde, spread out to the left.
Well, Peter, just see here how...
No time at all!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Conte touches it back. This is a promising build-up.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Eder Militao did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's a super give and go. And that was very necessary. Nicely shaped ball, and that was asking for too much. Dembele, Olise. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's a sharp little ball here. Madrid have it back and can go again. And it's Bellingham. 75 minutes played. Bellingham. It's a good spell of possession, this. Great ball, and he's in here.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. And he was quick to react. Upamecano. And here's Dembele, looking for the run. Now it's Olise. He's having a shot! Goal, France! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
That's an imaginative pass. Mbappe is in a really good position out wide. Doué.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Olise gets into a good position. Chance! Oh, good finish. 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. A game that is a tale of one that got away. Welcome to one of English football's red-letter days. Arsenal versus Manchester United will always be a major date on the footballing calendar. There might have been a shift in the bigger picture and indeed the power balance since the days when both these teams were perennial winners. But one thing remains unchanged: they cannot stand losing to each other. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. Genuinely a heavyweight contest, North against South, London against Manchester. It is tribal.
You can always count on there being something dramatic happening when these two come together. But there have been a fair share of grinds too. I'm expecting both sides to try and maximise their attacking threat, because when you look back over the years, the potency...
Ahmad! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Arsenal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Ahmad. Ødegaard. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Spread it left. And here's Eze. Can he get it through? Well read. And the danger is averted. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Menu. And it's Casemiro. Now it's Ahmad. Oh, that's fabulous. And the finish! More pressure on the opposition goal.
Manchester United really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Rice.
Arsenal really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Zubimendi. Pass is just off target. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Has a look and place it forward. Menu. Matheus Cunha. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Zubimendi. Tries to pass it through. Eze was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And it's Rice. Ødegaard. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Saka. Can he finish? Well taken goal. Arsenal are level. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Burmo. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Nice control. Calafiori, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Timber. And it's Eze. Zubimendi. Some really good ball movement. Knocks it into space. Ahmad.
This is the time you need that pace.
Diallo charging forward, the ball at his feet. Zubimendi. Now, can they get him away? He is through here! Oh, sweet feet. Diogo Dalot did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Bruno Fernandes. Menu. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Well, played right into his path. Oh, it's a foul. It could be a penalty. Manchester United presented with a golden opportunity here. An exchange of stares, and here we go. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, he dipped into a world of focus then and dismissed any distraction.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Bruno Fernandes. That's going wide left.
Casemiro has been indicated.
Now it's Matheus Cunha. This might great chance! Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Manchester United now in a position far more desirable.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
And that is the end of the first half.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Manchester United claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals, up by 3-1 at half-time. Arsenal are making a change now.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
And we're already back up and runner gets across to intercept that. And Mbeumo, and he is dashing away.
And Mbeumo clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Threads one in. Casemiro. Menu. Chooses to go crossfield. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Menu. And it's Casemiro. Arsenal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Ahmad. Lovely, now that takes a shot! Yes! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So now the difference is 3. Eze. Bruno Fernandes. Ahmad. And that is expertly dealt with. Gabriel Jesus. Now it's Eze. That has ended up in no man's land. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Tries a shot! And that's a good finish. It could be a lifeline. 2 more needed. That was a given. It always was.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Arsenal may be down, but not out just yet. Rice. Gyökeres. Nicely weighted ball. Big chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Rice really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Oh, that was vital. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. And the through ball. And Bomo, he has found the way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, that's a key interception. Maguire. Shaw. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Calafiori did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Bruno Fernandes. Bomo looking to add to his goal. Space for him to turn and look. Aimed beyond the defence. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Arsenal needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Zubimendi. And it's Ødegaard. Looking for the run. Can he finish? He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Martinez. Menu. Bruno Fernandes. Now Diallo. Casemiro. Oh, that's delightful. Gabriel Jesus. Ødegaard. He's having a pop! Fantastic from Ødegaard! About as smooth as it gets! With so little time left, grandstand finish! He gave it plenty and some, thrashed it in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Arsenal give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
2 minutes to be added on. He's in plenty of space here. Chance! And that is as much as we have time for. Manchester United have emerged victorious in this. So here we are, another day of pride, pomp and polarisation as two tribes representing London and Manchester collide. Arsenal and Manchester United, of course, undoubtedly two of the most illustrious clubs in the English game, recent history perhaps notwithstanding. Whatever the stakes though, these matches are never dull, so strap in. Red is the colour, the only... All eyes on the referee, it's a penalty. Manchester United present their opponents with the best possible chance here. This for the lead. 1-0, just one winner. Not much more than a formality.
Well, look at the keeper's reaction, Peter. He felt he could have kept it out. That was so tight.
Manchester United are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. He's found a way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Gyökeres tries to pass it through. That has been cut short. Not the most accurate pass. Zubimendi, some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Amad. Diallo makes a move down the right. Ball is over the line. Calafiori. Ødegaard. This is a promising build-up. Gabriel Jesus! It's a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Amad. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Amad. And it's Casemiro. And that's a good ball. He'll try from distance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And it's been taken short. Now the cross. And a header! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Great defending, strong and determined. More and more pressure on the ball here.
Manchester United are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Casemiro. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's definitely not his best. Rice. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Oh, well measured. Rice. Now Zubimendi. Burmo. Amad. Great vision. Gabriel cuts it out. Ødegaard. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Gyökeres. He's going for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Gyökeres is offering a wry smile there.
They've played it short. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Zubimendi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Lovely pass, but tries a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have...
And the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Calafiori. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Amad. He has a look up. Zubimendi. Played out to the left flank. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Big chance! Oh, it's hit the post! And that's a tidy finish. They are purring, truly purring. That was easy, almost too easy.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Bruno Fernandes. Ahmad. Oh, that's a fine interception. Zubimendi. Now it's Matheus Cunha. That ball looks a good one. Timber. And the whistle goes for half-time. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this. So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And we are back on the way.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind, and they deserve to be. But they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start of the second half.
Great ball, and he's in. Chance, surely! It's in! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. And a chance! Keeper always had the measure of that.
Bruno Fernandes clearly can't believe he didn't put that away. He'd set himself up perfectly.
It's their second corner of the game. Good read, needed to be. And he's gone looking for safety. And it's Casemiro. He's in a great position. And the shot! And he hits the net! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
At least that has given their people something to smile about. Gyökeres. Still they trail, and time is ticking away. Arsenal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
It's a pretty loose pass. Ahmad is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Chance! Oh, super goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Well, they may be down, but they're in no mood to go quietly.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Menu. Matheus Cunha.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Rice. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Gabriel Jesus really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Little pass back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Gabriel, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Maguire. Menu. Well, that looks a decent ball. And it's Menu. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Now it's Eze. And it's made its way to him. Another chance from a corner. Corner number 2 then. Rice goes short. That's very neat. Eze receives it in a good position here. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Stood up well to him there. Rice. Zubimendi. And it's Zubimendi. Bruno Fernandes. Burmo. Now it's Ahmad. Now Menu. Shaw. To Martinez. Bruno Fernandes. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, that is a terrific save! Oh, brilliant save! Corner number 3 coming up. Bruno Fernandes plays it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Just 5 minutes remaining now. He's picked his way through. Eze. No, there's no going past him this time. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Bruno Fernandes. Here's Matheus Cunha. Menu.
There will be 3
Bruno
minutes
Fernandes.
added time.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Oh, some tackle that. Gabriel Jesus. Spread out to the left. Well timed, excellent interception. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Bruno Fernandes. The ball has bounced loose now. Referee has just said play on. That's at the end. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, you can never predict.
Well, forget form, forget stats. This is a derby game, and conventional wisdom goes out of the window. Milan's two football behemoths limber up to do battle once more, and the prospect is tantalising. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. One of the world's great city rivalries, the Milan derby. It has its own chapter in the story of the Italian game.
Yes, Peter, this is one of the must-see derbies in world football. The atmosphere alone will send shivers down your spine, and when a goal is registered, the decibel level will deafen you. Believe me on that. Tension levels can be off the scale, and the Milanese have a unique way of expressing their emotions. I've been privileged to be in this position before now, and I'm not expecting to leave disappointed.
We are just getting started. One of the most eagerly awaited games. And the finish! He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Now it's Rafael Leao. No foul, says the referee. Threads one in. Ah, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. No, he's not getting past him there. Modric.
This is the time you need that pace.
That's a sharp pass. Now it's Nkunku. Looking to play him in. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Jimenez, shot, surely! It's a goal! And they're threatening to fly away here.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Martinez. Now this could be a chance.
Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
He is through here. Fratesi. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Pulisic. Jimenez.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Martinez. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
There's a no-nonsense tackle. Spread out to the left. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that.
And Martinez! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Martinez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Inter Milan with the corner, they're first. Can he finish? We've got a goal! Back to within one! Interesting! Just one in it now.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Modric tries to pass it through. Tries a shot! And it's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Milan, oh, great leap! And he gets rid in a hurry. Now it's Pulisic. And it's Fratesi. Mkhitaryan. Rabiot. Rafael Leao. AC Milan could counter here. And he's managed to get free. Rafael Leao! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Rafael Leao really showed what he brings to this side there. A fantastic effort, even if the defence seemed half asleep.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Thuram. And it's DiMarco. And he's being shifted off it. Nkunku. Now it's Pulisic. Jimenez. Passing is crisp and sharp. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
And so the action is resumed.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull...
Little doubt, that is a foul. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Milan are down to 10 men.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Martinez showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, that's fabulous. Rafael Leao! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Well, such a fabulous run, and he was fully intent on rounding it off in some style. Great strength, wonderful skill, terrific balance, but he seems to have rushed the finish.
Zielinski looking to pass their way up the pitch. That's going wide left. DiMarco. Modric does well to get it back. Inter Milan, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I'm assuming that this is...
There's the shot! And he couldn't finish.
Thuram deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Nkunku.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Goes for a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Çalhanoğlu. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Thuram. Great vision. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Caught offside that time. Salmakers looking for options for movement. Well, it's ended up in no man's land. That's destined for the flank. Played back into the centre. Nkunku. Jimenez has found the net here, of course. Inter Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay? Real chance! Takes a shot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Now it's Pulisic. He's in a great position here. Dumfries gets over and intercepts. Çalhanoğlu. Mkhitaryan. And it's made its way to him. Zielinski is onto this. Fofana did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Pulisic. He might be in here! So, can he finish? Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into it, and it didn't.
And yet a chance! And he skips past his man.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Çalhanoğlu. Barella. It's Çalhanoğlu! Loose ball now, and there's a... Oh, he's been caught napping! Delivers with whip. Gabbia is there, and he can get... Decent chance! It's a goal! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to...
And he's stuck it away! Nkunku. It's run loose here. Modric clears. Mkhitaryan. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Great defending, strong and determined. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Oh, such a clever touch. Good ball, good take. DiMarco. And this is Mkhitaryan. This looks promising. Salamakers did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Zielinski, that has not gone well. Good. That was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
So straight into the action. Wirtz. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key player for this team.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And he's quick to get rid. Germany have it back and can go again. Rafael Leao.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Bruno Fernandes wants to run onto this. Rafael Leao receives it in a good position here. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
So what can they make of this? Now it's Rafael Leao, threads one in, and he's intervened well there. Andrić. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Andrić. And here's Havertz.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Portugal really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Oh, what has happened here? João Palhinha. Vitinha. Now Gonçalo Inácio. Now it's Ramos. Wirtz did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Now this could be a chance. Rafael Leao. Tries to pass it through. Ronaldo is in a really good position out wide. Oh, nice touch. Kimmich does well to get it back. Havertz. He's in plenty of space here. He's picked his way through. João Cancelo. Bruno Fernandes. Wirtz. Adeyemi. Adeyemi! He's done very well to get to that.
Adeyemi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
João Palhinha. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Gonçalo Ramos! Musiala. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Kimmich. Oh, good spread. And here's Wirtz. And it's made its way to him. Good ball, good take.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, that has not gone well. Bruno Fernandes. That's an imaginative pass. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Nuno Mendes. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Vitinha. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Wirtz, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Rafael Leao. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So between them, no goals at all so far.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Germany are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Nuno Mendes. Kimmich. Andrić. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Space for him to turn and look. Musiala. Inacio deals with that comfortably. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Rafael Leao. Lobbed in behind. Now it's Rafael Leao. Now this could be a chance. Oh, he's tripped him right on the cusp of the penalty area. The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. Cristiano Ronaldo! That's destined for the flank. That's good play. Bruno Fernandes is onto this. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Bruno Fernandes can clear it away.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. It's a promise. And the shot! Portugal with the corner, they're first. And now they can spring out of defence. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Looking for the far post. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. That has been cut short. Gonzalo Ramos. Tar cuts out the pass. And it's been hooked away. He's found the way through. He's on it. Can he get away? Lovely. Now, can he finish? Wirtz. Oh, such chance for a shot! Big relief. It just needed better contact.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He has found the way through. Decent chance! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Musiala. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He might have to go it alone here. Strong running down that left flank. Half an hour gone in the second half. Shot could be on. Wits.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And this is Ronaldo. That's been slipped through. And that has sent him sprawling. Corner number 2 then.
Substitution for Germany. Number 21, Anton. Number 17, Wirtz.
They've
Number
played it
10,
short. And here's
Thiago.
Vitinha.
Coming on the field.
That's tidy.
Number 3.
He's in a
Number
great
8,
position here.
Leon Goretzka.
Oh,
Number
he
26,
shoots! Oh, good finish! And late in the day, a telling moment.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
That was a given. It always was.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Portugal have broken through. It's 1-0.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead?
There's the shot! Oh, he's been caught on it here. And again. And he hits the net. And surely that does it. Perfect time. Decisive strike. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Portugal have surely won it, or so you would... It's Cristiano Ronaldo!
The taker has to look for options, because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Havertz. It's Kimmich.
There they go, hunting again.
He's had it taken off him. Is that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and
that is it. The referee has seen enough. Germany were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through.
Now this really is a premium fixture. Two storied footballing nations, two neighbours. This is a game of champions and legends and tribalism. It is raw, it is Argentina against Brazil. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
Well, I wonder, Jim Beglin, what is going through the minds of these players as they face up, respectively, to their arch-enemies.
Chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Carlos Augusto does really well there, he is strong. João Pedro. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Julian Alvarez, Peter, is a player who I think is very intelligent with his movement. Often he plays in the number 10 position. He just drops that little bit deeper to suck defenders out of position. And once he's done that, then he's capable of creative force in getting other people in behind. So there's an unselfishness to his game. And when he gets...
He's had a shot! It's there!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods. And that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Argentina penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
McAllister, now it's Martinez. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
He's on it, can he get away? Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Rafinha. Oh, that was vital. And that was very necessary.
Brazil are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Tagliafico. Pressing high and with purpose. And Molina. Messi. McAllister has created one goal already. Alvarez. Now it's Martinez. Now it's Rafinha, and it's Neymar. Romero cuts it out. De Paul. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Tries to play it through. Caught offside that time. And he's being shifted off it. Not the most accurate pass. He won't be happy with that one. Savinho. Bruno Guimaraes. And here's Rafinha. And here's Savinho. This looks promising. And the shot! And he makes no mistake. They have pulled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Brazil restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That's an imaginative pass. Bruno Guimaraes. pinches it off him. McAllister. And here's Messi. And it's McAllister. Savinho. Bruno Guimaraes. Now that's well seen too. De Paul. And it's Neymar. Now it's Neymar. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. De Paul. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Martinez! And he's quick to get rid. McAllister. Good ball, good take. He's going for goal! Bruno Guimaraes and Savinho. And it's Neymar. Now it's Rafinha. Neymar. De Paul was in no mood for any of that. Threads one in. Who played through for the wide man. Tries a shot! Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive. Everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Brazil are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Now it's João Pedro. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Argentina appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game-changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Now it's Alvarez. And he's found... And Martinez! Goal! Argentina! And again they hit the front. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Alvarez. Fernandez. He's a sharp little ball here. Savinho has a look and plays it forward. Molina cuts out the pass. De Paul. Now it's McAllister. Looking for the run. Oh, can he finish? It's bounced back off the post. Gabriel gets it clear.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Rafinha, Lisandro Martinez promptly onto that, and that is that. Danilo. Into the last quarter of an hour.
Brazil really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Now that looks a decent ball. Spread neatly. And this is Messi. Carlos Augusto did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Messi. Aimed beyond the defence. De Paul.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That looks a good ball for Rafinha! There's a goal! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
So again we have... And the keeper's given it away. Who saw this coming? Brazil have dragged it back at the last. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Fernandez does really well to win the ball there. Can he get it through? He's free. Can he finish? Oh, wow, that's crazy! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
And Martinez! Oh, he's done it! Oh, a goal of real quality. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Brazil were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage.